I'm probably just gonna kind of set everything out on the buffet table style, or on the table buffet style. Scratch that, reverse. Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. So today I am sharing a what's for dinner video with you. I had quite a few requests to share one of these, and I'm not honestly very good about filming them. That's like my only excuse. I should really start filming them because obviously I make dinner every night, so why not show you guys what I'm making? If you're new to my channel, I'm a full-time working mom and I have 2 kids. Kira is 10 and Connor is 7. My husband and I both work full-time. One of my priorities is to try to cook dinner at home as much as we can. We probably only eat out maybe once a week, if that. So I definitely love cooking, and if you're new, I would love it if you would stick around and subscribe. So this week, it's actually Monday today, and I have the day off work because it's a federal holiday, but my kids are still in school. And so today I thought I would make a pot roast. So I'm gonna show you my method for that, but stay around for the rest of the video and you can see what all we have for dinners this week. All right, so I've got my crock pot over here. My crock pot is very old. It's a Hamilton Beach. You can see it's not programmable or anything. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on low since I'm cooking this pot roast all day. In the slow cooker here, I have a beef arm roast. My husband and I get either a quarter or a half of beef once a year, and that usually lasts us through the whole year. We get hamburger, steaks, roasts, beef bones, basically anything we could want. And it comes from a farmer that my husband works with, and so we know that the source is good, the animals are treated, you know, humanely, and you know, all of that good stuff that you really don't know if you buy your meat at the store. So if you do eat beef, I would, or you know, even if you eat chicken or pork or whatever, find a farmer in your area. The meat is much better and it's actually a lot cheaper. So anyway, I sort of defrosted this about 50%. I put it in the microwave on the defrost setting for about 15 minutes, flipped it over halfway. I just wanted to get some of the chill off of it so it wasn't totally frozen all the way through. Right now it's 9:45 in the morning and I'll be cooking this for about 8 hours. If I was gonna cook it 10 hours, I wouldn't worry about it being frozen all the way through, but since I'm cooking it for about 8, that was sort of my rationale for that. So I'm going to season this probably with salt, pepper, maybe some herbs and garlic powder. And then I have a jar of beef broth here that I also defrosted in the microwave. I make my own beef broth and I do it in the Instant Pot. I actually have a separate video on that, which I'll link down below if you're interested in watching. But I'm going to pour that in there after I season it. And then I'm also going to add some peeled chopped potatoes and a sliced onion. I seasoned my roast and I put the beef broth in there. So I just used kosher salt, can't talk, freshly ground black pepper, and then I also used some of this 21 seasoning Salute from Trader Joe's. This has a bunch of different herbs, garlic, onion powder in it. It's really good. It's salt-free, which I like because then I don't have to worry about over salting. I can just use this along with regular salt. I quartered 1 onion and put it in there. So the last thing I'm going to do is just add my potatoes. These are pretty small potatoes, so I just peeled them, rinse them off, and cut them in half. You don't want to cut them too small if you're putting them in with a roast, just because they're going to cook all day, and if you do, they'll get super mushy. Right now, I actually turn this up to high. So sometimes when I'm home, I like to start it out on high until it starts getting really hot, and then I'll turn it back down to low. I don't usually have that luxury because I'm usually at work. So you could do this on high for maybe 4 to 6 hours, low for 8 to 10 hours. I'll turn it back down to low here in a little bit, and then let me show you what I'm making on the side. One thing I also wanted to mention before I forget is that I am cooking carrots with this. You can put the carrots in the slow cooker. I've done that many times. My family doesn't really care either way, but they really like when I do the carrots on the stove with honey butter. So that's what I'm going to make on the side. And then we are going to have our favorite frozen dinner yeast rolls. These are the Rhodes brand. So I just have a 9x13 pan that I've sprayed with cooking spray. I put 12 of the frozen dough balls in here. I'm going to cover this with probably some, oh, I'm out of saran wrap, dang it. Usually I use saran wrap sprayed with cooking spray, but I don't have that, so I'll probably have to use wax paper or something. And then usually I just set these on the stove and let them rise all day. And then once they've risen, you can pop them in the oven, you know, per the package directions. And then I usually just brush melted butter on the top. So I'll be having pot roast, carrots, potatoes, rolls, and then I think I'm going to do some celery and cream cheese on the side. All right, so it is 5:15. I'm getting ready to put the rolls in. Here is what they look like after they have been rising all day. They look delicious. So I'm going to put those in a 350-degree oven for probably about 15 minutes and then put some melted butter on the top. My carrots are boiling, and those, once they are tender, I'll just put some honey, butter, salt, and pepper on them. So Adam just got home a little bit ago, and he is outside playing Frisbee with Connor and the dog, but I just want to say something about family dinner. I feel like it's very underrated. Like, when I was a kid, like, I may have not had the best childhood, but I feel like a lot of the time, even though our family was sort of dysfunctional, we sat around the table and ate dinner together. And I feel like that's sort of like a lost art now. So I have really made this shift into affirming to myself that I'm gonna keep my table cleaned off, and we are gonna have family dinners together, and I'm gonna set everything out family style on the table, and we're all gonna sit and eat after work and school. So I don't know, I know this is kind of random, but I just wanted to say that because it's something I'm thinking and feeling right now. So let me know in your family what you do, if you guys like all eat around the island. Do you eat in front of the TV? Do you all eat at different times? Like, I'm really interested in how you eat. And honestly, like, no judgment. I'm not judging anyone because we have done it all too. I'm interested in how you eat, whether you eat together or separately. And if you do eat together as a family, you know, how that works out for you and what your thoughts are on it. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, here's what we're having for dinner. Rolls, I brushed the top with butter. These were actually in the fridge, just cut up oranges. I made some deviled eggs, sliced tomatoes. There's some honey butter carrots, which everyone loves, and potatoes that I cooked in the crock pot with the beef. And we have butter, aka margarine, for the rolls, and
panting in the background. Yeah,
ketchup, because communists like ketchup on their pot roast, and then some broth for the potatoes. All right, we're gonna eat. Hi friends, and welcome to Tuesday. I just got home from work about 30 minutes ago. It is 4:40 in the afternoon, and so let me show you what we were planning on having for dinner tonight. So originally I had planned to do barbecue chicken breasts tonight, but I actually got these chicken bites at Walmart over the weekend, and I believe they are a Chick-fil-A copycat, and so I am going to go ahead and bake those in the oven because, quite honestly, they're taking up a lot of room in my freezer and I need to get that pared down. So I'm gonna cook those up. On the side, we are going to have the same thing that I was going to make. There goes my stove, which is some steamed broccoli and cauliflower. So this is something that I always prep ahead of time, and it is great to wash and cut up and leave in your refrigerator, and you can use it during the week. I'm using just my steamer basket for the Instant Pot. It actually fits perfectly inside this pot that I have, and I just put water on the bottom and steam it up and then flavor it with butter, salt, and pepper. I have a few scalloped potatoes left over from the other night when I made like a 50s themed dinner. And so I'm gonna go ahead, oops, sorry, that's fogging up. I'm gonna go ahead and heat those up in the oven. Obviously I'll remove the plastic lid with the nuggets. And so folks can have those. And then I'm also planning on making some mac and cheese on the side. So double starch there, but whatever. There's probably only about 2 or 3 servings of the potatoes left, so I just want to make sure the kids really love Kraft mac and cheese, so obviously you can't go wrong with that. On the side, I think I am going to serve the rest of this caramel dip with apples. So this is just equal parts brown sugar and cream cheese mixed together. You can serve it with cut up apple slices. And I had some veggies set out here, but the kids actually went through them rather quickly after they got home from school. So there's only just a few celery pieces left in there with some carrots. And you can see they ate all their ranch. So I might set those out with some ranch dressing, but I will show you what it all looks like in progress and when it's done.
Give me some.
All right, so here's what we're having for dinner. We have the Kraft mac and cheese. Kira's having ketchup with her chicken bites. Broccoli, she's having some salad. We've got our broccoli and cauliflower here, some leftover scalloped potatoes, apples and caramel dip, some sugar-free lemonade, our chicken bites, and then we also have our mac and cheese. Connor is having broccoli with chicken bites and mac and cheese. So, good dinner, right? Yeah?
Pass me the ketchup.
Hello friends and welcome to Wednesday. So today is actually our leftover night, which I haven't been necessarily adding that in lately, but I definitely need to, just to make sure that we get everything used up. We have a lot of leftover chicken from last night when we had the chicken bites, and so I think that is what we're gonna have along with a big salad. I did stop at Walmart on my lunch break to get some treats for Connor's class, so let me kind of show you what I'm planning. So Connor requested, this is his Star Student Week, by the way, so he gets to bring in a special treat. I could not remember whether or not it had to be prepackaged, so I decided just to be on the safe side. He wanted to take Chex Mix and Rice Krispie treats, so I just got 3 of these 10 packs. Turns out he only has 16 kids in his class, which I didn't know at the time, but we have extra, so that's fine. And then I just went ahead and got these like little mini squares Rice Krispie treats. If you've never had these before, they're literally like a little bite of Rice Krispie treat. So he can take those to school tomorrow. And then I just grabbed some baby spinach. Kira really likes baby spinach instead of like regular lettuce, so I got that for her. Some carrots because we were out of those. Cherry tomatoes, we were out of those, and we were also out of peppers. And so I have, this is the rest of the chicken that I have left. So there's quite a bit actually. And I was thinking maybe I could do like half of it with buffalo sauce and half of it with barbecue sauce. The kids probably won't eat the one with buffalo sauce. If Kira doesn't want that, she actually really likes salmon. We have some leftover salmon from the other night. She can have that. I have a salad that I packed up here and forgot to take to work today. We've got some veggies, some broccoli, some mac and cheese. I also have this Panera mac and cheese that I bought at the grocery store and haven't used yet. And then I think we have some deviled eggs. Oh yeah, these are deviled eggs left over, so we could eat those up too. So probably, oh, we have macaroni salad. So I'm probably just gonna kind of set everything out on the buffet table style, or on the table buffet style, scratch that, reverse. And I have some romaine lettuce out in the garage refrigerator to chop up as well. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and show you our hodgepodge dinner here. So I am reheating the chicken in the air fryer just to make sure it gets crispy. I have that on hold for a little bit because I know Adam's on his way home right now. So we're going to wait to eat together, which we've been loving. So around the table here, I have my lettuce that I washed along with some spinach. So we can make salads. I have some strawberries here that I cut up. My veggies, so peppers, carrots, celery, and cucumber. I have these cucumbers. It's like a cucumber salad that I made a couple days ago for dinner, and we had leftovers of that. So I put that out along with some cheese, some different dressings and sauces. So I have ranch, Caesar, chicken dipping sauce, barbecue, Olive Garden, yogurt ranch, buffalo sauce, deviled eggs, some tomatoes, some macaroni salad, and some homemade pickles. So my kids actually love it when I do a dinner like this because they kind of just get to pick and choose. So I'll show you my plate when we're done making it. All right, so here's what I'm eating. I have the chicken with barbecue sauce. I'm gonna mix it with my salad with ranch to make like a barbecue ranch chicken salad.
Fancy.
Fancy. All right, hello friends. It is Thursday evening, and this is my dinner tonight. I'm having sushi from Hy-Vee. It's the red dragon roll. I'm gonna have it with some soy sauce and probably a little bit of this sriracha mayo. But we are going to the ballpark tonight because Connor is having his last sort of game celebration, and the kids are going to be eating pizza there. And I am bringing cupcakes, but I just thought I don't really want to eat pizza and take away from the kids at the ball game, so I thought I would eat before I went down there. So this is what I'm having for dinner tonight. All right, so this is going to be the last night that I'm filming in this What's for Dinner video. So I'm making fish tonight. So I just have 2 salmon fillets here and 2 tilapia fillets that I've kind of split into 4 pieces. So for the salmon, I drizzled some olive oil on it, and then I seasoned it with this citrus pepper from Fresh Jack's. This is really good on fish. So it just has that on it with some lemon juice and olive oil. And then the tilapia has this fresh bay seasoning, which is really good also. And I probably have said this before, maybe in this video, but I can't remember. But I do have a coupon code and a link in my description box if you guys want to try out their spices. They're really good. So what I'm going to do with the tilapia is bread them and just fry them in a little bit of canola oil. So I have 1 egg here that I've beaten with just a splash of water, some flour, and some panko breadcrumbs. So I'm just going to heat my oil up and throw those in there, crisp them up. And then I'm also making on the side some very fancy Great Value shells and cheese. And then, where's my lettuce? Oh, and then I'm also just going to make a salad, and I think we have some fruit in the refrigerator. So just trying to use some things up in the freezer and the refrigerator and pantry tonight. I am using my air fryer to cook the salmon, which is my new favorite way to cook it. So I have a Kasori air fryer. I can link it down below. But it's really nice because it has kind of a large capacity basket. But all I do is use the fish button. So it cooks at 350 for 8 minutes. All right, so here's what the fish turned out like. I haven't tasted it yet, but it looks really good. So that's fish that's fried with panko breadcrumbs.
Is that salt?
And then we got some salad. Yeah, it's salt. Then we got some salad, some cut up watermelon. There's mac and cheese in here, and then the salmon right there. That's for me and Kira. And then I just put out like some tartar sauce and ketchup and croutons and dressing. I have blue cheese and ranch, both are homemade.